All right, let's jump right in. We're talking about something that's, well, it's on pretty much everyone's mind right now, your career. And specifically, how on earth do you navigate it when AI is changing everything like overnight? Now, before we get too deep, just a quick heads up. This is actually part one of a 9-part series. It's all based on a really comprehensive research report from Virtualization Options LLC. So yeah, what we're covering today is just a little slice of the whole thing. So let me ask you something straight up. That 5-year career plan, the one you probably spent ages putting together, is it even worth the paper it's written on anymore? Because honestly, the research we're digging into today suggests probably not. And that brings us to a pretty big idea. The old rulebook for career planning, it's basically obsolete. The foundational ideas we all used to build our careers on, they just don't work anymore. I mean, just think about it. Our parents' generation, they had these stable, predictable career paths, right? You could literally map out a 30-year plan. But today, it's all about an insane speed of change. We're facing what some people call unknown unknowns, problems we don't even know are coming yet. And that skill that makes you a rock star at your job today, an AI tool can make it totally commonplace tomorrow. It's wild. Okay, so what is it about AI that makes this time so different? Because this isn't just another software update. No, this is a whole different level of disruption for the workforce, and we really need to get our heads around why. So, in the past, automation was all about replacing manual labor. Think robots on a factory floor. Simple enough. But AI, it's not doing that. It's coming for the thinking jobs, the cognitive stuff. We're talking about the kind of work that doctors, lawyers, and analysts do. The very people who probably thought their jobs were totally safe from automation. And this whole disruption is hitting us from a few different angles. For one, it's transforming knowledge work, which means, even highly skilled pros are in the middle of this. Then there's the speed. It is just breathtaking. AI tools are improving at an exponential rate. And finally, you can't escape it. Its impact is cross-industry. Pretty much no sector is untouched by this. The report we're drawing from really nails it with this one quote. It basically says, the question isn't if AI will impact your field. That ship has sailed. The real question now is how fast and how deep is that transformation going to be? Okay, so things are changing fast. It's a huge disruption. So what do we do? How do we even begin to move forward? Well, the good news is the report lays out a new way of thinking about this, a really practical framework for how we can work with AI. And believe it or not, it all boils down to one simple number, 30%. Just remember that number. Tuck it away for a second, because it's the key to this whole new approach to your job. All right, so what is this 30% all about? Well, it's called the 30% AI rule, and it's basically a guideline for working together with AI. The idea is that you let AI generate no more than 30% of the final work, while the other 70%, the really crucial part, absolutely requires a human to be in charge. So let's break that down. The 30%, that's the stuff AI is great at. Pumping out first drafts, crunching some initial data, handling the routine stuff. But that other 70%, that's all you. That's the human magic, the critical thinking, the creative touch, the ethical calls, and deciding where the whole thing is going strategically. And this is so important because what this rule does is it completely changes the question we're asking. It flips the script from, oh no, is AI going to replace me? To, okay, how can I use this thing to be way more effective at my job? It's a total mindset shift from threat to opportunity. So, if we adopt that mindset, what does that mean for our role at work? What does your job actually look like when AI isn't the enemy, but maybe the most powerful tool you've ever had? Well, it means you've got to master a few new things. First up, trust but verify. You need to develop the gut feeling to know when AI's output is good to go and when you need to step in and question it. Next, you got to understand its limits. You have to know where it's biased or where it just gets things wrong. And finally, and this is the big one, you have to double down on what makes you human, the creativity, the empathy, the stuff AI just can't touch. And that really brings us to the bottom line, doesn't it? The framework itself is pretty simple. AI can handle its 30%. So the real question, the one you have to ask yourself is, are you ready to bring the other 70%, the part that really, truly matters,